Well, I'm about to go against my better judgment and change the oil pan gasket in my 2004 Malibu, because you can see everywhere it's actually just freshly dripping right there. That gasket is shot. And it looks like at some point it was replaced with a cheap gasket. Tried tightening it, that didn't work. This has been leaking since I've owned the car. The trans is kind of iffy as is, so doing this might just make it worse, but putting a $20 bottle of stop leaking here every week is not really feasible. So we're gonna get cracking on this. I think it's an 8mm. Yep. Just go around and crack them all loose. Now, since I don't know what infinite wisdom why nobody ever put a drain plug on the transmission pan, and we have to do it this messy way. Oh, that's nice and hot too. I just got home, so this is really going to be fun. Probably not going to get any of it in the pan, but we're going to try. Kind of want to pick a side that you want to drain out first, and the way it's looking, that far side that's narrower will be a good place. So I'm going to just crack these other ones a little bit loose and then get it kind of flowing out that side like it's doing. Try and catch what we can, which that is all really hot. I mean, it's nice and bright red, but it should be because it's all transfixed by now. Yeah, there is no good way to go about this. When you're doing a job like this in your driveway, you're guaranteed to bathe in it, which is fine. Looks like I need to do an oil pan gasket too, but that ain't happening right now. Depends on if this transmission survives doing this. I might have it all out of the car anyways to fix the oil pan. Oh yeah, this is just gonna be a fucking mess. Stuff is really hot, by the way. I would recommend letting it cool off for a little while, but I'm running out of daylight, so doing this in the dark isn't all that fun. There we go. Huh. That is really fucking clean. Where did that screw go? Let me get out of here and cleaned off a second. Oh. Wow, that is damn near spotless. What the fuck? That's how this thing acts. I figured it'd have been fucking destroyed. I mean, there's hardly anything on the magnet. It's clean in here. Just gonna give that a quick wipe down. I mean, there's a little stuff on the magnet, but nothing compared to anything else I've pulled apart over the years. Everything I've had's always had some gray sludge in the bottom, but this is clean. I mean, I know this has obviously been changed at some point, but the way this transmission's acted for how long I've had it, I'd assumed I would have assumed there would have been something in here, but you can see the gasket was broke there. It's broke over here, cracked there as well. And that's where it was leaking. It's cracked over here as well. And it's cracked there, cracked there. So I'm going to put a OEM gasket in here. Also got a new filter. Just gonna see, that should be the right one. See if this comes out. Oh, where's it at? That filter don't even look that bad. Huh. There's a little ring that goes in there with the filter. I've never successfully gotten one out. I usually just get a screwdriver and just kind of tap on it with a hammer and crush it, and then it just kind of pops out. If I can get up in here. There, like that. You just kind of got to crush the corner of it and they just pop out. I got a new one with the kit, so yeah, that's just sludge. Oh, oil. Got the new ring that goes up in there. kind of just, if you got a clean hammer, you can just kind of tap it in there. And a new filter. Give this a wipe down. At least try to get some of the crud off. Try to wipe away so it falls out of there. Looks good. Get this pan cleaned up, which luckily that came off nice. hopefully now, once we get this filled up, won't have a transmission leak anymore. I mean, I'm sure it still leaks from the half shafts and stuff, seals, but not constant dripping to the point where my driveway's got a big fucking stain in it. Oh, what I'd give for a hoist, I tell you that much. Don't know what the torque spec is on this, because we're just going to do it by feel, and it's just going to be when I feel like that's okay, that's where I'm going to stop. Trying to get them all kind of snugged up first though. So they start to get snug, you just kind of give it just a little bit more, and that's about it, because this is just a 1/4 inch ratchet, so you know, you're not going super tight with it, but I'm just going to go around until they all kind of feel about the same. There might be a pattern to tightening this, but like I said, it'll do. That feels snug, that's snug, that's... that fell off. Snug, 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 that's snug, snug. You just keep going around until they feel, you know, snug, tight. You don't want to snap these little things off or completely smash the gasket out, but you know, when they get enough resistance on them, this is a fairly good gasket, so I'm not worried about smashing it so much, but just when they get snug when you're grabbing basically straight on the head of the ratchet, that seems good. Now the fun part of filling this thing. Now, the fun part. Now here's the part of the video we're going to ignore, because it was some bad information, and you'll see here in a little bit, it did not work out. This check plug right here, I do not believe that was the correct one, or the way I went about it was the wrong way. I was told to take that plug and remove it, with the vehicle running and idling. And if the fluid drips out, well, the fluid will start to drip out of this hole when it's full, like a slow dribble. All is taking that plug out and running the vehicle did was splash fluid everywhere. I don't know if the person meant just crack it or if that's completely the wrong plug. What I would recommend is, since this is a sealed transmission, is a lot of people just suggest when you empty the fluid out, get a big enough catch pan, an empty catch pan, and then just measure out the fluid, the amount to put back in. So disclaimer on this part, did not work out as planned. I just ended up basically dumping a whole gallon of ATF, I think the Dex Micron or just Micron 6, I believe it was. And the full synthetic, newer GM style transmission fluid. And that might have been too much, might have not been enough. My vehicle still has my output shafts and stuff on the transmission still leak, so if it's over full, it'll eventually correct itself. If not, that's kind of just the risk I took with the situation, because I have no idea how much it takes. And doing it the way I was told by a mechanic didn't work out. So that's my disclaimer on this whole situation. Well, how's that running fluid out? That shouldn't be. Well, it has to be the one. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, on these Malibus, the transmission fill is actually easy to get to. It's just beside the battery here, where the air cleaner elbows into the intake. You get one of these skinny funnels, you can get right down in there. It's just this cap, it screws out. I'm going to dump a little in first because I know it's empty or low. Apparently we don't do that. Apparently the information given to me was not correct. Well, that's going to have to be full because that's all I got for transmission fluid.